Are you struggling to find motivation to complete your tasks throughout the day, to stay consistent with something, and so that you can find that delayed gratification that we're talking about? I'm going to go through, that's what I want to talk about today. We're going to go 3 different ways that I've been thinking about recently that I've incorporated into my daily schedule so that I do start enjoying the journey to success, to becoming better, to staying consistent with things you want to stay consistent with, so you can reach the end of the day feeling more fulfilled than wanting to quit already. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is trying to find like-minded people who are also trying to go through the same journey as you, so that you have that relatability. For instance, for me, with this, I'm trying to build a following, and I'm at the start, only less than a week in, still trying to get a rhythm going, find that growth. And something that's helped me stay consistent is, one, with finding like-minded people. I managed to find some friend who I didn't even know was doing kind of a similar thing to me. And now I can kind of relate to his journey with mine, so I feel like I'm almost growing with someone instead of feeling like I'm alone. Because it's in human nature to feel like you need to form relationships. It's all human nature to form bonds, connections. So when you incorporate that into something that is going to need to be used so that you can have a delayed gratification, so you can complete something that isn't going to come immediately, finding like-minded people is always going to help you feel more close to, like, together and less alone in what you're doing. So additionally, with specifically to this too, I see people on TikTok come on my For You page that are also doing the same, just now starting up their social media and trying to get a following too, explaining their thing. And what attracts me to them and why I start following them is it's relatable, it's vulnerable, authentic, and they're on the same pathway as me. So I feel less alone when I'm trying to do videos like this and they're doing the same thing, even though I don't even know them. Just some people I see on social media, I can kind of relate to them and follow them on their journey. And that's going to keep me more motivated to kind of almost copy them in a way, so that I can stay motivated, keep going through what I need to do so I can reach that goal I have in mind, no matter how long it's going to take, just making sure I stay consistent. And that can be used with the gym, used with any hobby you have, any job that you have, things you need to do throughout the day that you need to keep doing every day so you can become better, but don't give you instant gratification. So the second thing I wanted to talk about was almost making the process, the journey, into a game. You need to find little wins, little goals, and meet them. And I like to do that through like daily checklists in a way. So instead of viewing it, the whole thing as one big mission to get one final reward, you can kind of break it down into daily rewards almost. So like, say you complete everything throughout the day, you post one video. In my instance, I'll wake up, I'll make one video, make a couple clips, make a couple TikToks. Then I also have my other daily activities like going to the gym, making sure my diet's on point, and then also hanging out with friends. When you view that day as a win, then you can kind of be proud of yourself and get that little cheating instant gratification in the moment, instead of having to view it as like, oh, okay, we're done, now I got to do it again. And you don't even kind of celebrate. So you treat your brain in a way to where you view each task you complete as a mini win. When you do that, you can trick your brain to feel that instant gratification that you would probably get when you don't complete the task you need to do, and you do just go, maybe you, instead of working on what you need to do for that long-term goal, skipping the gym or me skipping an upload, and maybe going instead playing like video games, which isn't really going to help me, but it's just going to make me feel good in the moment. I'm going to feel that same instant gratification from completing my entire day than if I were just playing video games. I'd get the same gratification, but one benefits my career and my ability to succeed, and the other one kind of just keeps me where I'm at. So view the little wins as the same gratification you get from skipping what you might look at as a chore. And then the final thing is kind of think about all the moments, reflecting on happy moments in your life, like I was talking about the other videos. You gotta reflect on those moments and see, okay, why was I happy in those moments? Was it because I was just instant gratification type of happiness where I just, oh, I'm gonna go do this. It's not gonna help me in any way, but I'll be happy. I'll feel happy for a minute or two, compared to maybe you had this long goal that you had in mind, or you had, let's bring it into sports for me. So for me, I had soccer, and at the end of the season, the big goal, right, is to either win the state championship, right? But in my case, my team, we didn't end up winning it, the whole thing. But we have micro wins throughout the season, right? You have each win, you have each practice, you have each time that you've noticed you've grown. And even though we didn't win the whole championship, I can kind of walk away knowing that I gave everything each practice, each time I even touched the ball, each time I stepped on the field, each game. You kind of look at those as many wins, and that's what gets you addicted to trying to getting better, being obsessed with trying to get better. So, and that journey and so you don't view it as suffering chores that are going to get you this one on goal. It's more, for me, with the soccer, I enjoyed the friendships I make, the moments I realize I've gone better, the moments where I've realized I got to work harder. And when you change your perspective to think about that, and like taking these small, basically structuring your way of thinking to view it in small steps instead of the big grand scheme of things. So, and when you think about that, the reason why I liked it was and especially like at the end of the season when we did win games and we got closer to that championship, each win felt better because it was further down the journey. So that when you have a task in mind that's far away, that you have to stay consistent with, you have to work hard every day, there's no breaks, there's no skips, then when you do actually complete your goal, that's when you feel a lot happier than when you just almost skip through everything or resort to something that gives you instant gratification because it's way easier. The harder the journey, the longer, the more suffering you went through. When you reach that end point, the more fulfillment it will give you. Like, say you can relate it to a relationship as well. The further you go down, the more important the person becomes to you, the more love you have for them, and you end up getting married, you're going to be way happier and say you get intimate, then it's going to feel way better, more fulfilling, happier to you than if you were to do it 2 days after you met them, So it's all about thinking, reflecting the moments in your life where you're the happiest and realizing how most of it came after the most amount of suffering, the most amount of work, the most amount of effort you had to put into those things. And that's something you have to realize in order to start enjoying the journey, being obsessed with getting better instead of being obsessed with just getting that final dopamine rush that you get when you cheat everything and you skip to the instant gratification. So, and that's kind of the mindset I have to have here, or else I won't be able to complete with my goals. So I have to keep those three things in mind, and I'll be able to, one, stay consistent, two, reach at the end of the day being happier because I know I'm making an effort to become better. And now each day I'm one step closer to my goal. And that alone is enough to keep me going, especially when I see that it is working and it is growing. And it's really cool to see that you can, especially, excuse me, with the social media, is you can reach people you never thought you could even reach. You could make someone's day you never thought you could. You could impact someone's life you never thought you could, just by being yourself, being vulnerable, being authentic, and showing it to people who might want us to listen to it. So that's what my thinking was for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.